Coming up on Mountain News this morning, federal, state, and local leaders were in Letcher County to announce a major investment in flood recovery. And it's been more than 3 months since a tornado tore through Laurel and Pulaski counties, and victims only have a few more days to apply for assistance.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. I'm Amelia Lee here on this August 21st. We're at 6 o'clock on the dot this morning. And Megan, it is a hot one today. And maybe we've also got some fog to look out for too.
Yeah, we have both of those things this morning. Starting off as you're heading out the door, we will see temperatures in the 60s and 70s, about what we've seen this week. However, a little bit of a change to that forecast. It will be cooler this afternoon, still in the 80s, but a low to mid 80s is what we're aiming for around that 4 o'clock time frame. We are nice and clear in terms of rain this morning, but yes, we do have some fog to watch out for as you're heading out the door, mainly for Lee County, Virginia, with most of the region looking nice and clear as you're starting off your Thursday. Amelia.
In East Tennessee, a hiker is safe after being rescued in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Officials say the man was injured Tuesday evening on Snake's Den Trail. That's a remote part of the park. A flight crew with Tennessee's National Guard rescued the hiker. He was taken to UT Medical Center for treatment. A man charged in a deadly Pulaski County shooting appeared in court yesterday. John Stacy is accused of shooting and killing Rebecca Owens in 2022. Deputies say surveillance video shows the two arguing in her driveway, and then a shot is fired. He was also accused of assaulting another woman with a gun that same day. He's facing several charges, including murder, attempted murder, burglary, and kidnapping. A Pike County woman faces charges after she was accused of trafficking drugs. This incident happened last Saturday in the Phelps community. Police say they noticed Tina Adkins was not wearing a seatbelt, prompting them to pull her over. Police later found a black box that they say had marijuana and drug paraphernalia. Adkins later told them that she had a pipe in her shirt and was taken to the Pike County Detention Center. This morning, Hurricane Erin is churning by North Carolina and Virginia, threatening residents with dangerous waves and winds topping 110 miles per hour. The storm is not expected to make landfall, but the governor of North Carolina has declared a state of emergency, warning that conditions can deteriorate quickly. Hundreds of beaches along the East Coast are closed to swimmers, with waves expecting to reach as high as 20 feet.
What does that mean? Incredibly dangerous riptides, very strong surf, and of course tidal flooding.
It's a serious storm, and conditions can deteriorate quickly.
Some states along the East Coast are also bracing for scattered thunderstorms that have nothing to do with the hurricane. The National Weather Service says those storms could also bring heavy rain and flash flooding to parts of the eastern and south central U.S. Federal, state, and local leaders were in Letcher County yesterday to announce a major investment in flood recovery. WYMT's Caroline Mueller shows us how more than $16 million will help Fleming Neon rebuild critical infrastructure.
It has been 3 years since floodwaters devastated Fleming Neon in July 2022. On Wednesday, federal officials shared help is still on the way.
This administration is able to announce $16.8 million worth of grants to help this community in repair and restore their water system. Quality water is essential. It's a part of our everyday life. We need safe water just for drinking, for sanitation. But in addition to that quality of life component, it's vital for economic opportunity, economic development.
The 4 USDA grants will fund water system repairs from meters to main lines and even a new tank. Local leaders say it is a much needed step forward.
If you don't have infrastructure, you don't have anything at all. And after the 22 flood, we had a lot of issues with water, sewer projects and things. And this funding will give us the opportunity to have the latest and the greatest water system.
Congressman Hal Rogers' office helped secure the funding through federal appropriations. His chief of staff says they will continue to be a voice for the people of Eastern Kentucky.
We want every dime that we can muster up to the people here in this community. After what they've suffered with, after all they've gone through, that's the least they deserve and more.
For residents and small business owners, the news is personal.
It's like a dream come true. It's going to help the community. It's going to help the customers. For us, it'll bring fresh water. I have to buy my water right now. It's really a lot of work to bring that in.
Work will happen in phases, but leaders say the project will help jumpstart long-term recovery. In Fleming Neon, Caroline Mueller, WYMT Mountain News.
USDA officials say similar grants are still available for other flood-damaged communities, and this is not the end of their support for Eastern Kentucky. Well, it's been more than 3 months since a tornado tore through Pulaski and Laurel counties, and victims only have a few more days to apply for assistance. Pulaski County Emergency Management Director Chris Mason tells us he's been very pleased with recovery efforts, including help from FEMA. He's encouraging victims of the May 16th tornado to apply for help if they haven't already. For those victims who may have been denied assistance, Mason says to make sure you read the entire letter.
We have, I think, done a very credible job of making sure that folks understand that any help at all that you could possibly need, there's at least a possibility, you have somebody you can talk to.
The disaster assistance application deadline is Friday. A new Ukrainian private Christian school launched yesterday in central Kentucky. Hope Christian Academy is in Lexington. There are an estimated 5,000 people of Ukrainian descent living in the Nicholasville area, and the population is still growing. One woman who has a son in kindergarten says her parents left Ukraine at an early age because under Soviet rule, they couldn't practice their religion openly.
They had the opportunity to come to America to celebrate the freedom of religion and also to have a better life.
Now, the school does have a few goals for its future: make it affordable for the public, have their own building as they're currently renting space, and have high school classes. Well, it's a drug that has deadly consequences, known as designer Xanax. This week, Governor Andy Beshear announced the ban of its sale across the Commonwealth. This move changes the schedule of the drug, which means law enforcement can arrest anyone caught selling it or possessing it. The emergency action was taken after Attorney General Russell Coleman led a 21-state coalition asking the DEA to ban it federally. Alyssa Williams spoke to Coleman and those in recovery to learn more about this drug and its impact.
Andy, you want a cup of coffee?
Joshua Vanover is the manager of the Recovery Cafe in Lexington. He says through his work, he has to have his boots on the ground when it comes to the substances that are circulating through his community.
I don't want to glorify drugs or anything at all, but they're not what they used to be. I mean, you don't ever know what you're getting.
It's a sentiment he knows too well. Vanover says while he was in active addiction, he overdosed twice on what he thought was Xanax.
Just very hard on your family. It's hard on the individual, whether we see it or not. But it's definitely hard on the people that love and care about us the most.
Attorney General Russell Coleman says 47 Kentuckians died last year after experiencing the same thing. But it turns out those individuals were actually taking bromazolam, also known as designer Xanax.
And what's so chilling is this new designer Xanax, this bromazolam, looks just like the Xanax that many of your viewers may have in their medicine cabinet.
This shocking revelation is why Coleman and 21 other attorneys general across the nation are urging the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration to take action in banning it.
We needed this scheduled so that we in law enforcement could go after it aggressively and go after the traffickers that are bringing this into our Commonwealth and killing people.
More effort that's put into removing those things from the streets, and just a safer community is going to be.
In Lexington, Alyssa Williams, WKYT.
Attorney General Coleman says unless it's prescribed to you, you shouldn't take Xanax given to you. And according to a report by CBS News, bromazolam was never approved for medical use in the U.S., which makes it unpredictable and it can even be lethal.
It is a nice start to the morning. As you're going throughout your day, we will see those temperatures warming up and some slight chances of scattered showers. But again, this morning, nice and clear. Here's a look at that live pinpoint Doppler radar. All we're looking at this morning is just a little bit of fog as you travel towards Lee County, Virginia. Again, scattered shower chances this afternoon. But right now, we're mainly sitting in those upper 60s and low 70s with cloudy skies. And later in the day, well, we're looking a little bit cooler than what we've seen this past couple of days, low to mid 80s, but the warmer temperatures return tomorrow before a cold front swings through the region later this weekend. Amelia.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:10. Project Adam saves lives by empowering schools and communities to be prepared for a sudden cardiac arrest. We have the details.
Don't miss